Welcome to Dataviz Studio. You can use Dataviz Studio to manage your inventory with ease and precision. Our platform allows you to organize your inventory efficiently. Let's start by looking at key features. With just a smartphone, you can manage everything using barcode scanning. When you receive new inventory, simply scan the barcode to add it to your system. You can input essential information such as item location, quantity, condition, comments, bin location, and category. You can create any column that you want. Add comments to provide context like restocked or new shipment. Include comments to note changes such as sold or damaged or returned. These details ensure accurate and insightful reporting, which are helpful when generating monthly reports. Let's dive into how it works. First, we will create a free account. Simply enter your email and password. Once you click Next, you will receive an email verification code. Then go to your email and copy the verification code and paste it here. Then click Sign In. Once logged in, you will see the user portal. In user portal, you can subscribe to a plan, and you can also go to the dashboard by clicking on Visit Dashboard button. In this page, you will see all the tables you have created. You can create tables either by uploading a CSV file. You can create a blank table. You can also import your Google spreadsheet, and you can also add custom SVG images. For our use case, we want to create an inventory table, so we will navigate to Inventory Management. After we go to the next screen, we have the option to add any column we want, delete columns that we don't want. We can name columns as per our requirements. We can also define some columns to have predefined values. This simply means that instead of seeing an input field, the user will see a drop-down with predefined values, so they can only choose from the options provided to them. You can also select which column should be visible to guest accounts on the smartphone app. This way you can choose to show only the relevant columns, which makes it simpler to view and update entries for guest accounts, as they will only see those relevant columns that they need to view or update. It's good to remember, though, that guest accounts have the permission to edit any column. The setting only applies to what columns are visible to them in the smartphone app. For each column, you can select its data type to indicate if it's a numeric field, a text field, a date field, or an image. You can click on Add New Column button to add a new column and the Delete button to delete a column. This way, you can add columns which are specific to your requirements and then select a appropriate data type. Once you're happy with your column selection, click on Create Inventory Table. Once your table is created, you can navigate to the next page and start adding items. In this page, the layout is very simple and easy to follow. On top, you have two chart modules, and just below them, you have the table module. The top navigation bar provides quick access links that allows you to change the font, screen width, save your dashboard, and refresh your dashboard. You can change the table by clicking on the table name and selecting another table from the menu. The table module is highly customizable. You can choose the columns that you want to view and in which order. Let's move the image column above the name column by clicking on the top arrow. Let's save the dashboard by clicking on the Save Dashboard button. To add a new item, we simply click on the New Item button. This will open a new dialog showing you all the fields of this table that is currently selected. The layout is simple and easier to follow. The column named SKU, Stock Keeping Unit, is automatically populated with a random value. Each item should have a unique SKU value. The column last updated is also automatically generated, and its value is set to current time. All other fields are optional. Let's add a few items. Once the item is added, it will appear in the table. Let's add two more items. On the right side of each item, you have the Edit button and Delete button. Clicking on the Edit button will show you the item details. You can make any changes to the item and save them. Let's select the type as Stock In and save the item. You can click on the Close button to close the item details. Let's open the item details again and look at a few more options. The Changes History table will show you all those changes and will also highlight them as well. By clicking on Item Scan Codes, you will find the options to generate barcodes or QR codes for your item. These can be printed and attached to your item. You can use the Dataviz Studio app to scan any barcode or QR code. Let's look at a very useful feature of using QR code with Dataviz Studio. You can choose a column and enter a value for it, which will be automatically set on scanning that QR code. On the very top of the dashboard, click on Settings to set your time zone, dashboard layout, and background color theme. We will select UTC-4 as we are located on the East Coast. Please make sure to save your dashboard after making any important changes. To use the Graph module, first you will select the table. Then you will select the column you would like to visualize. You can also choose the Pivot column if you want to visualize the selected column with respect to the values of the pivot column. To get the most out of the Graph module, try using the column, pivot, and filters together. This will give you precisely what you want to visualize. For example, if you would like to visualize what is the quantity per location, then you will select Location column and select Quantity as the pivot, and click Apply to view the graph. Let's add labels to the graph by clicking on Settings and checking Show Label Values in the graph. Adding filters can give you more precise results. For example, if we want to know how many electronic items are stored in each location, then we can simply add a category filter and set to electronics. Let's add the category value for our item. If we want to know how many electronic items are stored in each location, then we can simply add a category filter and set to electronics, because in our data, we are using the category column to record category of the item. To remove the filter, click on the filter and the filter will be removed, and the graph will automatically refresh. Now, let's have a look at some of the key features of the Table module. You can change the style of the table by clicking on the Table Style button. You can change the size of the picture by clicking on the Image Size button. Let's add one more graph to our dashboard. You can view your table in many different table views. Let's have a look at some of them. You can also select multiple items and delete them. So what is the unique thing about Dataviz Studio? The first thing is that you can analyze and visualize any table. Could be coming from your spreadsheet or could be coming from data that you collected from any other software. So once you have the data in Dataviz Studio, it's going to appear as a table. It's like a smart table. You can do filtering, you can do sorting, and really be able to apply all the filters and create custom views. And obviously can save those views. You can apply custom styles to any value in your table. Simply click on the column name and click on the plus sign next to the custom styles to add a new custom style. Then enter the value in the custom style value field and select the style you would like to apply to that value. You can add multiple styles to each column. You can also add prefix or postfix to any of the values. Let's add a prefix $sign in our price column. You can apply filter to any column. Simply click on the column and select the filter value. You can also type in a custom filter value. Use comma to separate multiple filter values. You can save your current table settings as a saved view, which you can load later. These include any filter values, styles, and current table view. This allows you to create your very own table view and retrieve it later. Please make sure to save the table view settings. Let's remove the filter and load our saved view. Let's see how we can add a new user. Navigate to the settings page and click on Create a new user account. Enter their credentials and click Create User. The user will receive email verification code in their email, which they will need to log in. The smartphone app provides easy access to your data. First, you need to log in, then select your table, and then you can add items to your table. Search for items and view and update any item. The app also features a single item search feature, which allows you to directly search for a specific item. If a match is found, then it will be open. Otherwise, you will see an error. This is a very useful feature if you're using the app at a kiosk. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you find Dataviz Studio very useful and easy to use. For any questions, please email us at support@micronetics.com.